It's your boy Smitty, the elephant in the room, and we're here with the world-renowned, the famous Bob Arum, Top Rank. How we doing today, Mr. Arum?
Good.
You're down here in Norfolk again. What's the second time you've had a big event down here? What's the whole thought process when you chose to come back here for a second time?
Well, we were informed the first time that Keyshawn would be a big attraction in Norfolk. And Norfolk came through, and we did very well at the gate. We sold a lot of tickets, and it was a great event. Unfortunately, I had a family obligation, so I missed it. But I'm here now, and by tomorrow, there won't be a seat left. Everything will be completely sold. So why wouldn't we want to come back to a place that is so welcoming like the city of Norfolk?
Got you, man. You know, last time on the card, Keyshawn ended his opponent Lemos in a second round TKO victory. This time you put him in there with an even tougher opponent, at least on paper, Edwin De Los Santos. We know he's coming off a 2-year layoff, but he's still a definitely strong puncher and a tough opponent. What was the thought process when you chose for Keyshawn's first world title defense to be Edwin De Los Santos at home?
We believe that Keyshawn, like I said, is the face of boxing. That he is this generation's Sugar Ray Leonard. So we don't want to put him in with tomato cans. We want to put him in with experienced fighters who can give him a fight. And this Santos kid filled the bill.
Got you, man. You just compared him to Sugar Ray Leonard. What made you compare him? What do you see in Keyshawn Davis at this point in his career that makes you compare him to one of the Mount Rushmore top four boxers of all time?
Right. Well, he has the same type of personality, outgoing that Ray had, the same great work ethic, and the similar kind of talent. The way he mixes up his punches, the way he boxes so effectively, and yet when he has to put on the power, puts on the power. So a lot of times when I'm watching Keyshawn, I sort of remember those great events with Sugar Ray Leonard, and there's such a big similarity there.
Well, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard, you remember early in his career, he had fights with Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, and Tommy Hitman Hearns.
Well, that wasn't early in his career.
Well, not early in his career. They was to start his prime off. And then
right, that's true. And then he had the eye problem, and, so his career was sort of cut short, and then when he fought Marvin. But Ray was a great fighter and a great attraction. And the way he held himself was a great credit to the sport of boxing. And I think Keyshawn will do the same thing.
Got you. Well, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard, like we said, he fought some of the tough fighters early in his career. Keyshawn Davis was on stage earlier with another one of your young studs, one of your top contenders, Abdullah Mason, and they had some words. Would that be a fight that you would maybe start off sort of like the Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns, how they did, and then run it back later? Or is that a fight you feel maybe needs some time to develop?
Well, Ray and Tommy, even though they were good friends, always were engaged in a war in words, and the public caught on to that, and when they fought each other, both times they did, big attractions, tremendous business, and I think that when Keyshawn fights Abdullah, whether it's next year or the year after, the public will really eat it up and support that event.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's an event with obviously Keyshawn being a world champion, Abdullah being one of the top contenders.
Yeah, Abdullah could be a world champion by then.
Okay, yeah, I was just about to say the news today of Asel Lomachenko retiring.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I loved Vasily. It was such an honor to promote him. It wasn't like promoting a neophyte. When he came to us, he was fully, he was like an experienced fighter because he had such a huge amateur career. And he and his father were two of the nicest people that I've ever been around.
Got you, man. Well, that title is vacant, and now you got Murtala. That's possibly they said is going to slide in the
Retire,
yeah. So would we possibly see one of the young contenders you have on there step in to fight Muritaya, or that?
Well, let's see, who the 1 and 2 are, and hopefully my guy Muritaya wins, and then that would be a really great opponent for Abdullah.
Okay. And one last question. Teo, who's also technically still with Top Rank, he's been having a lot. We have news reported of him supposed to be fighting Devin. Now it's called off. What's your thoughts on that?
Teo, I love the kid, but he should learn to keep his mouth shut. What the hell is he criticizing Turkey? All Turkey is doing is giving him money like he's never seen before. I mean, so why would he criticize somebody for doing that? I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. But a lot of things that Teofimo does and says make no sense. I mean, I think deep down, Teofimo's a really nice kid, but, he should learn to keep his mouth shut.
Do you think it's some of the people that's around Teo that's influencing them to say the stuff
No,
he
I
says?
think the people, not people around him. The people around him are okay. I think it's, and even the father, I think is okay. I mean, it's Teo. I mean, you can't always blame somebody else when a fighter does stupid things and shoots his mouth off for no conceivable reason.
Got you, man. It was a pleasure sitting here rapping with you, Bob.
Okay, good talking to you.